Chapter 2. Questions of the Past. The next day after school, Kimono sat quietly in her room. The hum of the city drifted through her window, soft and distant, like the world was whispering while she tried to listen to her own thoughts. JJ's teasing words from yesterday still lingered, echoing in the back of her mind. Feet or face? They had sounded like a joke at first, but now they carried a weight she couldn't explain. Who was she, really? Beyond the mirror, beyond the title of Queen Bee. Her fingers brushed the tiny bee charm on her ankle, her secret crown. The metal was cool against her skin, grounding her in the question she'd never dared to ask. That evening, the James family gathered in the cozy living room. Warm lamplight bathed the walls in gold. May and Joe sat close together on the couch, a quiet picture of love and routine. JJ sprawled on the carpet, mashing buttons on his game controller, laughter crackling from the TV. Kimono perched on the arm of the sofa, her posture uncertain. The ticking clock filled the silence, each second daring her to speak. "Mom? Dad?" she said at last, her voice softer than usual. "Can you tell me about me? Before I came here?" The question seemed to pause the air. May and Joe exchanged a look, one full of tenderness, the kind that said, "We knew this day would come." May patted the seat beside her. "Come here, sweetheart." Kimono slid down and tucked herself beside her mother, just like she used to when the world felt too big. Joe leaned forward, elbows on his knees, his expression gentle. "You were born in South Africa, in a small town called Brits. Your family lived in a township named Bapong. Beautiful place, full of heart. Life there was tough, though. Your parents were good people, Kimono. They loved you more than anything, but they wanted you to have a better life, so they made the hardest decision any parent could make." May's voice wavered as she added softly, "They let you go." Kimono stared at the floor, her heart tightening around the words. "They loved you. They let you go." The contradiction ached somewhere deep. "How did you find me?" she asked. Joe's eyes softened with the weight of memory. "We hadn't planned to adopt," he said, smiling faintly. "But then a man at the orphanage told us about a little girl who wouldn't talk to anyone. You were sitting in the corner, serious as a judge, watching us." May chuckled through a sniffle, brushing a curl from Kimono's forehead. "You looked like you were deciding if we were good enough for you." Kimono smiled, eyes glistening. "And you passed, huh?" Joe grinned. "You made it official when you walked up and said, 'Pick me.' And that was that." Kimono laughed quietly, leaning her head on May's shoulder. "Why did you?" she whispered. "Why did you choose me?" May hesitated, her thumb tracing circles on Kimono's arm. "Because we saw something in you," she said softly. "This light, this strength. You were meant for great things. We just wanted to be the ones to help you get there." The room fell into a tender silence. The only sound was JJ's game music fading into the background. He glanced up, eyes flicking between them. "So basically," he said, a grin tugging at his lips, "you were a boss even as a baby." Kimono rolled her eyes, swatting at him with a pillow. "Guess I've always been this awesome loser." Laughter rippled through the room. Light, warm, healing. But later that night, as the house grew quiet, Kimono sat by her window, the reflection of the city flickering in the glass. For the first time, the girl staring back didn't look like a stranger. She looked like a beginning. Her fingers found the bee charm again. Outside, the city lights blinked like fireflies. Small, bright, fleeting. Maybe that's what her mother meant by light. Maybe she just had to learn how to keep it burning.